What's going on, guys? I'm Lawrence Owen back with another film room, and we're going to take a look at the coach's film and see if this pass defense for the Indianapolis Colts really is as good as advertised. But before we get into it, please don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video, whether it's myself and Loyalist or myself, Rodney McLeod, and Gerard Powers over on Believe. Let's get into this and see what we've got. All right, so on this play, we got a nice little man coverage here. We got spread formation. We got two receivers spread on either side, single setback, quarterback, and shotgun. All right, and if you look right here, Gilmore's giving A.J. Brown 5 yards. He's not going to give up. Watch this play as it develops. He is absolutely not going to give up that deep pass. All right, but it was a quick little in route, and AJ's going to get about 9 yards, almost maybe 10 yards out of that first down. But let's look why this is what it is. As he steps back to throw, let's look and see who's being covered. That is perfect coverage there. Great coverage here by Kenny. Another great coverage. Nice little contact. AJ's making the cut. You got Zaire Franklin on the running back. Yes, he could have probably dumped it off to him, but again, you know, he is right here watching. Okereke is the quarterback spy. Okereke could take off if he threw it to the running back out here on the swing route. He would have probably made contact right here. Zaire don't miss tackles. He leads the NFL in tackles. That stuff don't happen. If he did miss the tackle, oh my, you know, it would have been a big gain because these guys are one-on-one and this is a go route. But we come back up here. As I said before, Gilmore is not going to give up the deep pass. So AJ gets the nice little 5-yard in route. Bobby misses the tackle, and he picks up a first down. That was the only option to throw on this play. And they did a good job. But there's a reason why this worked as their first passing play, and it does not work as well later on. Philadelphia Eagles have got a lot of talent on offense, and what they use that talent a lot is in screens, whether it's running back screens or wide receiver screens. As you look here, you got an empty set, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Look at how this is set up right here. We got 3 guys playing in an offset formation. Look how much space Gilmore is giving him. Look how much space he's given him. There's a reason why these guys are 4 or 5 yards apart. It's because if these 2 guys are not tight together, if one takes off this way, the other takes off the other way, they're not bumping into each other. They're not going to impede each other on this. So they're going to. That's why they're set up this way. Let's take a look. Whew. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Now, if we go back, we watch what happens. As soon as this ball is snapped, immediately these 2 receivers start to take off. He backs up. He takes a step back. And because he takes a step back, both these guys know, because they're both of them have their eyes in this general vicinity. They know this is a damn screen. They know it's a screen. As soon as that receiver steps back, they know it's a screen. And look, they know how to defend this screen perfectly by putting this guy in a no-win situation by immediately taking off. He is going to take off this way, straight at him. He is going to go out. He's going to cut between these 2 guys and make sure he seals the outside edge. Keep an eye. This guy's in a no-win situation, like I said. The reaction time is beautiful. Bam. No-win situation. He can't block him out. He probably should have. Had he blocked him out, maybe he gets around him. But look, because of the offsetness that they are, he could have cut back. You know, so this guy right here is the guy that actually makes this play. He gets to the outside edge, sets the edge. That's already a block in the back, ladies and gentlemen, but no flag. Now we got Okereke, Bobby O right here, and he ain't going to let him pass. And just like that, that screenplay becomes a play for a loss. Beautifully done by both those guys in reading, reacting, and utilizing both guys each other and knowing where their gaps and what their assignments were. Now, every defense finds themselves in a situation of like 1st and 15, 1st and 20, somewhere around in there because of a penalty. And every defense knows the goal of any offense, once they find themselves backed up that far, is to get half. Try to get half of the yardage back, right? That way it makes it manageable for 2nd and 3rd down. Now, we keep an eye right here. Let's watch this play as it develops. Wow. This is a serious case of Jalen Hurts just trusting the cannon of his arm too much and not taking the easy yardage up front. Let's watch here. This is an umbrella coverage. Umbrella coverage. As they get back into their zone, keep an eye. As he's getting ready to throw the football, look where they're all at. They're all sitting right about where that 1st down marker is. They're keeping that and then deep, making sure no one could go past them. Got 2 safeties. You got a 3rd safety sitting right here in the middle of the field keeping an eye on stuff. Now, Jalen could easily throw it right here to these 2 guys and maybe pick up some yardage. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. All right? Because it's just not going to, because he thinks that his cannon, he can pin that between this triangle of defenders. The problem is he don't realize the quickness of the safety, Rodney Thomas. Because watch how quickly because their eyes are back, watching the quarterback, watch how quickly he reacts, closes, and makes a play on the ball. Wow. That is absolutely fantastic. Pretty good zone coverage for a team. Absolutely. A.J. Brown was held down this game. He only had about 50-some yards total in this game. He gets about half of them on this play right here. And there's a reason why. As you can see, A.J.'s over here on, bumped up against the edge. Gilmore's giving him plenty of space. Plus, he's outside quite a bit. Why is that? Because of how much space there is between A.J., who is the outside receiver, and then the line of scrimmage. So what he's doing, he's going to try to keep him inside as best as he can. That way, he has help on the inside, and he's going to protect the outside edge for any kind of throw in case he runs, an out route or something of that nature, a corner route or something. So he's in the proper position right here. He's got help on the inside, but he's in proper position. Let's watch the play. Just a really good play right here. Just a really good play. Runs out about the 48-yard line. He actually gets, like I said, about half. Actually over half of his yardage here. And as we watch the play develop, as he's throwing the football, coverage is good everywhere, except for right here. This guy right here, if we're going to go back and look at it real fast, as we watch him come over to try to cover him, watch what happens. This is a little bit embarrassing for him. He just gets full out blocked. Don't get in front of the guy that you're covering. This is a bad play right here. Looks like that's Zaire Franklin. And no, the tight end is not having any of that. Since it's right up within the 5 yards, contact's allowed, and he just shoves him to the ground. That's embarrassing for Zaire. I feel bad for him on this play. But as he throws the football, you look, he cut inside. Now, he closes pretty good. He gets a good close here. But on the break, you see him. He's got space. There's space here. He decides, this is where I want to throw the football because you ain't really throwing it to either of these guys, and you got a safety deep. This is a perfect play right here. And he did not have the help. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Zaire. That must have been Bobby. But either way, because here's Zaire. Zaire should have been back already. He played up close to show blitz. And when he came back a little bit too late. There was space there to throw. And that's what happens. Now, no one ever says Zaire is great at pass coverage. I'm not going to call Zaire out on this one. He was showing blitz, then come back. That was part of his scheme. This was just a really good read by a good quarterback and a good receiver. A.J. Brown was held back this game by the Colts, mainly by number 5, Stephone Gilmore. But he got about half of his yardage on this one play. And we're going to find out right now what's going on. As you can see, A.J. Brown's on the outside. You see Gilmore giving plenty of space here, but he's out further than he is by about 2 or 3 yards. Why? Because he's protecting this space out here. He's keeping himself between A.J. and the goal and the sideline for a reason, right? Because he's got help on the inside. There's guys on the inside. He is protecting all this space for himself. He's in the right position. And he doesn't want to be right up on him because there is so much space out here, right? Plus, you don't want to run into his own guys in case AJ does a quick post or something of that nature. So let's keep an eye. Also, real quick, watch Bobby O here, tight end. Watch that right now. First off, Bobby, when you go to cover a guy, don't run out in front of the guy's route, especially when he's just as big as you are, because within the 5 yards of that line of scrimmage, contact is legal. And my guy, you just got blown up. You just got blown the hell up. All right, that's a learning experience right there for him. But as you can see, Gilmore kept that outside edge. A.J. Brown has a nice little corner route right here. Cuts back inside. It's beautiful. He sees it. It's a good route for this coverage. Good route for this coverage. That's all it is. The safety was playing, he was playing a little deep because you got 2 guys running deep right here. He's kind of leaning this way and deep just in case. This is just good route. Good recognition by the quarterback. Good play. Could Gilmore have played a little tighter? Maybe a couple yards, which could have made a difference. And again, we'll see how well he learns and utilizes that the rest of the game. On a screenplay, the best thing to be in is zone coverage because you're watching the quarterback the whole way. And right now, as we watch Isaiah Rodgers down here, the tight end right here, right? Isaiah Rodgers, tight end. And this is a screen to the tight end as he comes around the edge. Let's watch this as it develops. Oh, wow. Now that flag is thrown. That's a holding call against the Eagles. Let's not pay any mind to that because the fact of the matter is, watch Isaiah as he steps in and he's watching this wide receiver. But then as soon as he notices the tight end is rolling to the outside and Jalen's throwing the football, he breaks now. But he ain't even got the ball all the way cocked back yet. Doesn't even have the ball all the way cocked back yet, and it's already breaking to the outside to make this play on this ball. Holy cow. And then you don't take a tight end high. Not when you're 5'10" and $180. All right. You take him out low, right around the hip, thigh area. He does that, places his shoulder pads perfectly. Bam! Down. Look at that. That's a loss of some yardage right there, my guy. That's a great break by Isaiah. Great tackle. Just a good play all in all. This team plays so good. It's zone and man coverage. Again, man coverage, right? We got man coverage. We got a nice bunch formation. Again, as I say, we see the guys that are covering are set in a way where they're not going to mess with each other, run into each other when these guys break off in different directions and try to get rubs, right? So let's keep an eye on that as this play develops. That actually turned out to be very, very nice. Now, there was a flag thrown on this play. Again, it was on the offense, so let's never mind that. But keep an eye. Watch this play. First off, watch the quarterback. You got right here, Zaire Franklin. Zaire Franklin is watching the quarterback. In man coverage against a scrambling quarterback, you always have to have a QB spy. Zaire, not Bobby Okereke. Zaire Franklin is that quarterback spy on this play. Bobby is covering the running back. And looky here. Looky there. This is called pressure. This is called Yannick Ngakoue getting inside, forcing Jalen out. Now he's going to run this way. Where does he throw to? He could throw to him, but he's going to be tackled before he even gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe get a little bit out of that. You got no one. All these guys are covered. That is plaster of Paris, right? That's plaster of Gilmore, plaster of all these guys. Plus you got a safety deep in case he wants to try to throw this downtown. Jalen tries to use his legs. Look how far off Jalen Hurts is Zaire Franklin. That is 18 yards away, ladies and gentlemen. 18 yards away. And watch him break now. Boom. Wow. That's pretty darn impressive, Zaire. You covered that ground really quick. And that only is able to happen because of how good the corners and safeties were playing man against their assignments. Now, here we got a very unusual situation. It's first down and 35. First down and 35. That's something that you just don't see. And in situations like this, when you got 30-plus yards and it's first down, get a third. Try to pick up 10 yards, right? That's what you try to do. 10, and maybe you break something. And then 10, maybe you break something. And then 10, maybe you break something, get the first down. On this play, let's watch. Now, they're not playing off as much as what you would expect. 35, first down is all the way off the map right now, off the screen. And yet they're playing pretty tight. But as you watch the play, you see everybody. This is zone for the most part. Gilmore, look, these guys keeping an eye, watching, right? This guy's covered tight. This guy's covered tight. This guy, who are you going to throw to, really? Because if you throw it out here, that's a pick, and he's going the other way. If you throw it shy, it's a pick going the other way. You got him. That's your only option. That's your only option. That's not 10 yards. You're hoping he could catch this ball and get away. But Kenny Moore, that's tight end versus Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore is the guy. Now, why he went high, I don't know. Usually Kenny, maybe he didn't have the angle to go low because he was running away from him. He could not go low. He could have maybe wrapped, but usually tight ends have very strong legs. Maybe he gets away from the tackle. So he goes high and then drags himself back on top of him with pretty darn good upper body strength, mind you. It holds him back from getting any more yardage at all. But he can't bring him down. So what's he do? Let's drop down, grab that foot. Now you're down, boy. Oh, man, Kenny, are you kidding me? That's impressive. That's some impressive stuff right there. When you play good coverage, that creates opportunities for your front seven to get a sack. That create good coverage can cause sacks, right? Just as playing good pressure up front can help your secondary. Having good coverage on the back end can help your front end. Now, let's watch this play develop. Bam. Wow. All right. As this play starts, all right, here goes the play. He steps back. A little bit of outside. He can't run. There's a little bit of space right. He's got to take off because, look, again, man's beat. He's getting the outside edge. He can't take off this way. He has to go this way. Has to go this way. Has to. Right? But look, who's he throwing to? This dude's bracketed. The only person he can legitimately throw to is here. But you got a guy covering. Got a guy covering. And if he throws, he's going to break, hit about the same time that the ball gets there. So you cannot. And Gilmore, obviously, this dude's going deep. Gilmore's covering him too. You got good coverage on the backside. Ain't got time. Hurts does not have time to let this play develop any further. Looky here. Watch the linebacker. Watch the linebacker weave in and out of this line as he noticed that Hurts was in trouble. And he, quarterback spy, as I said, in man coverage, comes in, bam. That's how you take care of business. Sometimes coverage in the back end can help you get stops up front. Brandon Facyson had his best game of the year. Best game of the year. Now, I'm not going to have a lot of time on this, but we're watching right up here on top. Let's keep an eye on the play. Wow. That was absolutely gorgeous. Step for step with him right here. Yeah, he launches this ball because he knows Facyson doesn't have safety help over the top. This is a go route. Safety had to cover him coming over the side. Had to. He launches. Face on, step for step. Keeps him pinned. Has the receiver pinned between him and the outside line right there, right? The sidelines. Got him pinned there. It's tough to work when you're pinned that tight. And the corners got you perfectly. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Hurts going to try the exact same play, only this time on who? Stephone. Stephone. Now, he's going to play a little bit tighter on there because, there isn't a lot of yardage here. There's only like 23 yards between him and the end zone. So he doesn't have to worry about getting beat so much. So he's going to play a little bit of bump and run. Watch this play here. This is gorgeous. Keeps an eye. He honestly thought that double move was going to stop Gilmore. Nah. Gilmore was in a better position at this point to make this interception than he was to get the catch. That's... Gilmore's just fantastic on that. Notice, he played a little tighter this time. He ain't letting that crap happen. If he's going to cut inside, remember earlier, said he's going to cut inside. He could have cut inside, but he was ready for him. That was great footwork, great hip movement to keep himself set with A.J. Brown. Some quick hitters here. 1st down and 2, ladies and gentlemen. 1st down and 2. The Eagles have the football. It's not looking good. Let's look. Again, great job right here. As we look, we get some pressure right up the middle. Man, Unique is just having a day today. Gets pressure on him immediately. He wants to throw this football in this out route, but he can't. Why? He's there. Can't throw it to him. Why? Because blanketed. That had to be a really tight throw right there to make that play happen. But Unique's in the way anyhow of throwing it across here. He's right in his face. He's blocking that. So you can't throw here. He's got to move. So he takes off. Now he's looking. There's no one over here to throw to except A.J. Brown against you-know-who. You-know-who. And he's got to get rid of it because, quarterback spy said, nah, dude, you ain't getting all day to throw the football. You ain't getting all day to throw the football. That's smart play right here by a quarterback spy. He gets rid of the football, and because he forced him to throw, closed in quickly, forced him to throw so as to not allow A.J. Brown to make move after move after move to try to free himself of number 5. Good job as a whole on this defense. Now we're at this far back. Let's keep an eye. We already got ourselves a stop. Same drive. Remember, this started off 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Now we're sitting here. Let's watch the play. Great job. Great job. Watch as the play develops here. You got guys. He's closing around the outside. There's a little bit of movement here. He's got to break away because he's afraid. Yannick has been on him the whole night. So anytime he gets behind him, it's time to take off. He sees some open space right here. So he takes off towards that open space. Look at that. Look at how this was completely changed up. It looks like he's covering. But he wasn't. He was just keeping the inside here. This is zone coverage, ladies and gentlemen. He follows him to the outside, and he sees Hurts taking off. He knows he's covered. He knows he's covered. He's just going to come in. Make sure he can't get around him. Bam. Great tackle. Good job. Remember what I said about Brandon Faison? Let's watch this play again. There's a new play. Outside. Keeps him to the outside. Oh, good Lord. What a play right here. Now, you got one-on-one. Brandon Faison out here. Let's watch this play as it develops. He stops. He's getting ready to throw. Who's he going to throw to? Well, he's got this guy right here, but, I mean, he's not going to get very far. He's going to get about 5 yards before he's tackled. This is locked down. This is locked down. Faison, this is a comeback route. Now, the Colts have seen this comeback route multiple times earlier in the first half. Faison is expecting to come back from about the 10, comes back and just plasters all over him. Great job. You know, that's exactly what we're seeing right now from these Colts. The secondary, they're noticing what a team is doing in the first half, reacts in the second half, and makes good adjustments on that. Rodney McLeod is a freaking stud when it comes. His experience has helped him out so much that he recognizes when a screen is happening before it is actually executed. Keep an eye, Rodney McLeod, right here. Right here. Let's watch the play. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, so let's watch the play as it happens. First off, watch the blockers. Watch the block, because that's what he's seeing right here. Watch the blockers. Because he's keeping an eye. Now look, these guys are going to throw their guys away and take off. You see him. He threw. And now the offensive linemen are trying to run out front. That immediately tells Rodney that is a freaking screenplay. And the direction they're running is the direction that screenplay is going. So he has to get out in front of the blockers. He breaks immediately to the outside edge. Immediately to the outside edge. With every ounce of leg strength he's got, he cuts outside for that guy beeline, and bam, another tackle. Wow, great job, Rodney McLeod. I mean, he recognized immediately. Watch this. Immediately. Gone. Boom. Had he not recognized that immediately, that guy would have had two blockers in front of him. He would have blocked out Gilmore, would have blocked him out. This play could have went for big yardage. Big yardage. But because Rodney found it immediately, no yardage. None. Zip. Zero. That's what experience gets you. All right, final play. It's not a passing play. This is the touchdown run at the end of the game. What actually happened here? Pretty simple. 3 things specifically happened. This is zone defense going up against. This is a quarterback draw. Quarterback draw. All right. And what you're going to see right away is 62's got Bobby Okereke. 56 has Big Grove. All right. Now watch what 56 does to Big Grove. He gets inside, hooks, and pushes. Right? So that seals that off. Let's go back over here. DeForest Buckner doesn't know this is a draw. He's going to take the outside edge right here. Keep an eye. And he's going to try to push around the outside. Zaire has to lean this way because that's his spot. 89. He's got to keep an eye, be around him a little bit. And he follows. This touchdown is on Okereke right here. For the most part, it's on Okereke. He has to pay attention. His job is to watch him, the quarterback. And as soon as he sees 62 cutting around and heading towards him, and he plants his foot and starts to run, he's got to take off immediately, right behind Grove, and fill that hole. Immediately. And he doesn't do it. Had he done that, he might have been able to get around the running back to make this tackle, or at least do something in that situation. As you see, Zaire Franklin was too busy watching the tight end. He should have never took his eyes off the quarterback. You don't take your eyes off the quarterback, okay, especially when it's a running quarterback. So he takes his eyes off the quarterback, and Bobby Okereke does not react when he's supposed to. That's how Jalen Hurts had a hole the size of Mount Everest to run in for a touchdown. Guys, thanks so much for watching this film room on the Indianapolis Colts pass coverage. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. Feel free to check out the donations link, the Patreon link, multiple different places where you can support this channel and help us continue to bring great content to you. Thank you so much, and as usual, have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.